to Paleobites, the podcast where we dig deep into the layers of time, like real paleontologists, except absolutely none of that, but we still love dinosaurs. My name is Matthew Donald, and each episode I and a rotating set of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by dinosaur aficionado. In fact, he's best friends with the dinosaur. All of his friends are dinosaurs.
More or less.
Stephen Curro. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. All right. So last time I asked you, what did I ask you last time? Oh, why you like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention why I like dinosaurs, but who cares? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to ask you. I'm trying to think. If you had to be best friends with a dinosaur, which species would you be?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Trying not to take too much time to think, but that's just really big. I would love to be friends with. I think it'd be fun to be friends with a big theropod of some sort.
Yeah.
Like maybe an acrocanthosaurus.
That'd be neat. The only issue is that everyone would run. And I think the power might be too much. You might be like, I don't like this guy. Acro, eat him.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but that's cool. But then the power might get to your head.
My dad, to get to my dad's head, he'd totally abuse that. No.
And then someone else would get it. Because the only thing that can stop a bad guy with an acrocanthosaurus is a good guy with an acrocanthosaurus.
Oh, and then you have a big monster fight in downtown Fort
Full
Collins.
Pokemon style, yes. Okay.
Use Chomp Attack! No.
Anyway, so today we are talking about... Oh, by the way, I think I'd probably be friends with the Sinoraptor just because I like Sinoraptor. It's my favorite.
Yeah, he's a cool one.
Yes, I love that when you showed me that thing that the Mongol bank is doing Sinoraptor coins.
Yeah,
which
I saw
is
one,
so
like,
weird though because it's not from Mongolia; it's from China. In fact, Sinoraptor means Chinese lizard.
They didn't find one in Mongolia, really?
Maybe they did. I don't know. I think this is Mongolia's way of being like, we're claiming Sinoraptor as our own, and China's like, no, you can't. And the whole war is going to be fought because of my favorite dinosaur.
They're just sticking it to China.
Okay, so today, though, this week, speaking of raptors, although Sinoraptor is not technically a raptor, but it just has raptor in the name, it's kind of confusing. We're talking about Utahraptor, or Utah's thief, which. Ambiguous syntax. I did not steal Utah. Utah is safe where it is. It means thief from Utah. But it is a dromaeosaurid theropod, also better known as the raptor family, which is confusing to bird people because you got the birds of prey are called raptors. So it's one of the biggest ones, 20 to 23 feet long, 6 to 7 meters. Or also, it was 1,100 to 2,000 pounds, or 500 to 900 kilograms.
You don't want to mess with this guy.
No, exactly. Especially if it was in a pack. It's like nothing. The only thing worse than a bully is a bully with friends.
Yeah, good point.
It was a carnivore, obviously. It lived in the Early Cretaceous, 127 to 125 million years ago. Location, guess.
New Jersey.
You've been the first try. You got it.
Yeah, obviously Utah.
Yeah, obviously.
It's all in the name.
No, it would be funny if they named it to be ironic, though. It's actually found in, like, Amsterdam or something.
Oh, I'm totally going to find a species and do that just to be ridiculous.
I mean, isn't there, like, Antarctosaurus isn't from Antarctica. It's from Argentina. Like that big long neck. Have you heard of this one?
No. Someone actually did... That's... What?
There's a dinosaur called Antarctosaurus, yeah.
Is it possible that it was part of South America that used to be attached to Antarctica?
I don't know.
We'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. Not now.
It does...
Yes.
I have the Princeton's Field Guide to Dinosaurs.
Always a handy tool.
Yeah. Slightly out of date. There are a few newer dinosaurs that unfortunately are not in here.
Right.
But on the Utahraptor page, it says that the Utahraptor used to live in short, wet season areas, otherwise semi-arid, with floodplain prairies and open woodlands riverine forests.
Nice.
But
like what's wetlands?
Not especially fast, more of an ambush predator.
Yes. I mean, it was a bit too big, I guess, to be too fast. Even though it wasn't the dromaeosaurid family, and dromaeosaurus means running lizard. It probably wasn't too fast. But it seems to like swamps. It's like a full-on Shrek dinosaur.
Does that mean he was Scottish as well?
It's like, get out of my swamp! So... Anyways, it was described in 1993. Its pop culture appearances, most famously probably the book Raptor Red by Robert Bakker. It's a good book. Does a good job of showing the world dinosaurs at the time, even though some things are outdated now, but it's still pretty good. And also, he does a good job of anthropomorphizing them a little bit, where you can still see what they're doing and how they're feeling, but they're still animals.
They're still animals, but you really do get attached to the main character, Raptor Red.
Right, exactly.
Utahraptor.
Anyways, it was also featured in my book Megazoic as a minor role in the first book, but that's okay. We don't have to go into it. I know I'm a bit too humble about it. No.
I'm still upset about what you did to that character.
Yeah, I know. That was the one that a lot of people got really upset with. I don't know, I think that's cool, though. I think it's neat when people care enough about my characters that when they die, it hurts, even if it's one that was only in one book. So.
Well, it means you did a good job. People liked him, and then you unexpectedly killed him. Oh, yeah. Spoiler.
I mean, that's okay. I don't care. By the way, I also have a Stegosaurus. He's a villain. No.
Oh, he went there.
I went there, and now they all die at the end. No, that's not true. Or is it? We're ready to find out. Okay, so... All right. Anyways, this stealer of states, Utahraptor, was discovered during production of the first Jurassic Park, but turned out to be real close to the size of the Velociraptor depicted in the movie. So they considered naming it Utahraptor Spielbergi in exchange for Steven Spielberg funding the paleontological research. But alas, no agreements could be made on the amount of money. So now it's Utahraptor Austramaceae or something like that. Yes. Capitalism, am I right? This is one of the biggest known dromaeosaurids in a close competition with Dakota Raptor and the cool-sounding Achillobator.
Achillobator. That's just a really weird name.
It's like Achilles, but obator.
It must be something with his heel then.
Yeah. I mean, they did have those claws on their foot, but...
Well, that's true. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah.
What's interesting about the fact that this Utahraptor is so big is that it also lived around the same time as Microraptor, one of the smallest dromaeosaurids.
I like Microraptor.
It's pretty cool. It's the one with 4 wings, too. Although they think more and more of them might have had that same sort of pattern, too. So that's that same sort of body pattern, I think. That's cool.
So it might not be entirely unique, but still.
Well, yeah. Well, nothing in nature is, I think, entirely unique, usually. So I guess some things are. But this great diversity in size, though, between them, the two dinosaurs at the same time, hints that the dromaeosaurid branch stretches back further than we might think.
That's a good point.
Maybe even all the way to the mid-Jurassic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
While isolated teeth have been found dating to that period, no body fossils of a potential Jurassic dromaeosaurid have been discovered yet, so I say get cracking, paleontologists.
Yes, start looking. Dig into those beds.
Yes. So yes, it was a big predator. It wasn't too. Oh, I also mentioned it was in Walking with Dinosaurs. I forgot to mention it was in Walking with Dinosaurs, but it was in Europe, which is a little weird.
Iguanodon was in Europe, which made sense, but then you have Utahraptor hunting it, which doesn't make sense.
Well, also they have Iguanodon in North America and that too. They say it's a different species of Iguanodon, and now we think that the North American version is called Dakotadon, right? I think I've heard.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of different iguanodonts, like. At Dinosaur Ridge, where I used to work, there are the footprints. Some people think it's something like Iguanodon. Some people think we'll go as far as to say it was the species Eolambia.
Oh, that's right.
We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure.
Who knows? Who can be bothered to find out? Oh, yeah, that's right, paleontologists. So it's a pretty crazy dinosaur. I guess we can just rate it real quick. There's not really much more to say other than, don't mess with it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Is it the state fossil of Utah? It better be. I think I read that it is.
I think Allosaurus actually is.
Whoa! Utahraptor's got to fight for it.
I could be wrong.
He won't win. Allosaurus versus Utahraptor. The Utahraptor doesn't stand a chance.
I think it depends on how the Utahraptor could jump.
Yeah, if it could jump on the neck and immediately
if he was a really big jump. If he's hopping around like Blue could in Jurassic World, then I think he has a chance.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll have to find out when they fight for the crown of state fossil of Utah. So
that'll be a riveting match on pay-per-view.
All right, so now it's time for everyone's favorite segment of the show. Maybe, I don't know, where we rate it 1 out of 65 million. I don't know. There's not much. I guess the fact that it's slow and.
Yeah, that's going to detract.
Yeah, it's not that agile. Although I guess a lot of predators are like that. So it's kind of like a tiger rather than like a leopard or a cheetah, Mm-hmm. It does like quick bursts of speed and then slows down quite a bit. So I guess it's all right.
I'm going to give it 40. I'll give it 40 million.
Oh, that's a bit low. What does it lose points for? I guess it's not low-ish. It's kind of like equivalent of like a 6 out of 10, I think.
6 out, yeah. I mean, it's not, it's not super, well...
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. That's a raptor that's really big.
That is true. Okay, fine. I'll amend it to.
Okay.
I'll give it
45 billion?
48. I'll give it 48.
Okay, that's good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it, I think, 60 million. It loses a few points for being a bit too slow, but it's a big raptor, so that's really cool.
Cool.
All right. Anyways, that's it for this week. If you want to get a hold of the show, you can contact us at Matthew Creator. Matt's D at MatthewDonCreator.com. I think I should just put the link in the description of the episode so people can see. And they can also find me at Matthew Don Creator on Facebook, at MatthewDon64 on Twitter, and MatthewDon64 on Instagram. You can get a hold of either of us if you want to find out more about that Princeton dinosaur book.
I use the Princeton Field Guide to Dinosaurs. I also have the Princeton Field Guide to Mammals, and I'm going to see what else I can dredge up from
Princeton Field Guide to, I don't know, the insects from...
I bet you there is one somewhere.
Like the arthropods, the gross things, like the sea scorpions.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. So if you are interested in writing, you should listen to my podcast, The Writ Wit, where two twits talk about writing. Where's the second twit? Who knows?
Somewhere in Japan?
Somewhere in Japan. Or in... Yeah, no, he's in Japan. I was trying to make it sound more mysterious, but no, he's in Japan. Anyways, if you also want to read a dinosaur sci-fi, guess what? I wrote one. It's called Megazoic, and it's available on Amazon for print and Kindle. Please support my work if you are interested. You've read them, you like them.
Oh yeah.
Also, you write stuff, and I like your stuff. So
Yay.
we're all helpful creators to each other.
Yeah, we writers have to stick together. I've published poetry with Acorn Haiku, and I have more poetry coming soon in Sci-Fi Quest. I also have a short story each on Daily Science Fiction and 365 Tomorrows. Those are both online webzines.
Nice.
And I'm working on a book. I'll get it done at some point.
Yes. I forgot to mention this before. Didn't you write a dinosaur poem and get it published?
Yeah, that was the flash fiction for 365 Tomorrows. It's called The Dinosaur's Eyes. Right.
That's cool. That's relevant to the podcast. That's why I forgot to bring it up.
And I did submit a dinosaur haiku to Sci-Fi Quest, but they didn't take it.
Aw. One time I did a dinosaur haiku. It was like, One day I encountered a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He then ate me up or something.
Well, that's fun.
One day I then saw a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He then ate me up. That makes it 575.
Well, it doesn't. Oh boy.
There's more to it. Okay, let's not. This isn't the time.
Haiku, but yeah, let's.
This isn't the time.
At the risk of going off on another tangent.
All right, that's it for this week. As we say at the end of every episode.
I'm gonna go with more of a record.